here's what we do. So we have all of the yarn woven in. On the back side is the knot, all my little tails. I'm going to take the notch that's open. I'm going to put it pointing up, like 12 noon. I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3. That third string I'm going to pull out and move to the top. I'm going to twist. Openings at the top, 1, 2, 3, out to the top, twist. 1, 2, 3, out to the top, twist. 1, 2, 3, out to the top, twist. You keep doing this pattern over and over. Now, when I notch my new yarn up at the top, I don't want it to be super tight. Because what's happening is it's weaving itself down in here, and it's going to slowly start coming out the bottom. You also want to make sure your yarn's going to get tangled up a bunch. Use your fingers and kind of comb it through. So you continue this process over and over. I'll show you a sped up version of this so you can see what happens as it starts to come out the back. Now, one thing that might happen is you might notice that it's starting to tangle itself up on the top and nothing is coming out the back. That's happening because when you're pulling that yarn up, you're pulling it too tight. Leave it a little bit looser when you notch it. Now, we don't want super loose. That's a bit ridiculous. But leave a little bit of slack in there. It's going to make the yarn have the ability to go down into the hole and out to the back side. You can see it's starting to stick out the back here. So keep it a little bit looser. And after every few strands, give that knot a little tug. Now, if we look at the back, eventually you're going to see this design, this cord or friendship bracelet or rope starting to come out the back. It's really cool how it weaves itself on the top and comes out the back for us. So this little disc does all the work. Now if you just keep going and going on this, eventually you'll get a nice long rope or friendship bracelet or whatever you want to use it for. This sort of weaving is really great because when you need to stop, maybe it's the end of a class period or you need to go do something, the disc holds everything in place for you. So I could just take this, wrap it up, throw it in my backpack, and I'd be fine. Just kind of untangle and everything's still in place. You don't have to worry about anything getting loose or falling off. This little disc holds it in place for you. Now, depending on what type of cardboard you have for your disc, you might notice the cardboard starts to bend. Like I had a different disc here, different type of cardboard as you can see. And after a while, the pieces started to bend a bit. It's okay, you just need to kind of support it with your hand and try your best not to let it bend. That just means you're being a bit too aggressive with it. I found that cardboard that's been painted on and has a smooth, shiny surface is a little bit more sturdy. So if you have that laying around, that works nicely. But any cardboard works. You just have to be careful of any little bends. I find if you keep good care of your little disc, you can use it over and over again for as many of these as you want. Eventually, cardboard is still a paper product, so you'll probably have to replace it eventually, but cardboard's cheap. We can find some little scrap pieces of cardboard anywhere. I pulled these off of a lid of an old box that I don't even use anymore. As you see, it's pulling out. It's creating this really cool design on the back. I'm going to skip ahead showing you how I finished up this one, actually, when it was long enough, how I tied it together.